Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. It is finally here, what I've been rattling on about for 2 months now, or nearly 2 months. PCARS 2. Today is finally release day. I wanted to get the stream up and running about an hour and a half ago, but it took me a long time to get done what I needed to get done beforehand, and anyone that has children will understand that these delays happen. If you're catching up with this on YouTube, then you haven't really lost anything. So, I thought the best way of me being able to display Project Cars 2 in all its glory, at least I hope it's all its glory, is redoing my Wacky Random challenge, but in a slightly different way. It took me 2 hours to update my my Project Cars randomizer, but here it is. It is updated form. The original still exists. It's still there. For some weird reason, I couldn't get these columns to work properly, so that's why they're cut out here. But what I've done is we've got car 1 and car 2, same as they worked before. So 2 cars per track, that kind of thing. The track is there, the weather is there. I'm not going to use the weather wheel this time. And opponent categories. This is really what I wanted to do in the original Wacky Random challenge, but it never. You had no way of doing that in PCARS 1, so we have the option to put up to 4 categories in. So that's what we are going to do. So we've got all one. Now I did the DLC. I did the pre-order, so I have 197 cars in my version of PCARS 2, and I am not 100% sure off the top of my head which ones are actually part of the pre-order bonus, so I haven't got a category in there. So let's crack on then, because there's no way I'm taking the Lamborghini Huracan and the Ferrari F40 around Greenwood karting circuit. That, I'm afraid, is impossible. Well, that would be very damn hard in the snow. Yeah, okay, so let's crack on then. I'm so excited to do this. Here we go. So we are taking the Porsche 962 Langhack and the Mercedes AMG GT3 around the Red Bull Ring. Brilliant. So we get a brand new circuit, albeit the club version, in a foggy night with Group C1 vintage Formula 1 Bs, the Formula X. Oh god, that's just going to run off. And the GT1s. Okay, so this could take several minutes to set up. Whoops, I just need to move my randomizer over there so I actually remember what the hell I rolled. So let's just do that. And let's get this underway then. So, custom race. We have got Red Bull Ring Club, that one. We will be doing a true. Okay. This is my first time playing this, except for setting up my steering wheel, graphics options, and getting the car and track list to update the spreadsheet. I haven't actually fiddled around with anything else. So 5 laps, and what do we got? We've got foggy nights. So fog. That's at 1 AM. Standing starts. I'm not going to mess about with changing weather. I don't want to push this too hard. Right, so that's that, and here 35. We'll go with 35 like we did before, unless like I can't on the particular occasion. These are right in the middle of the scale, so and that's the default. So 60 and 50. I'll leave those alone. Right, multi-class. So. What do we get? We got Group C1, which is that one. We got Vintage Formula 1B, which is that. No, whoops! I right-clicked that. That shooting me out. Let's try that again. There's going to be a few of those instances, I would think. So Group C, Vintage Formula 1B, which is that one. Formula X, which is that one. I want to deselect that one. wouldn't let me. And GT1. That one. So it's not letting me because it's not. Oh, clear all. Oops. Right. Let's try that again. GT1. See, that's still selected. It's a bit daft. Oh, that's a bit daft. It doesn't let me deselect. That's the go-kart category. Oh, that's irritating. You can see for yourself, it doesn't let me deselect it. Well, there's the first problem I've found, which won't affect a great deal many people, I would think. Now, if I find a problem, I'm going to be really brutal about it. If it's something I don't like, I will absolutely say what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So there's the first problem. So if you're going to do a multi-clutch, you have to have the go-kart category in it, it would seem. So if I come back out, you see that it's in there. Oh well, let's go with same class then. That's a bit of a shame, but let's hope that gets sorted out. I'll stick myself last. I don't mind that. Right, and first car we got was the Porsche, so great, I got a car straight off the bat that is brand new. A lot of brand new cars, as you would imagine. And it was the Langhack. This big fella, out of Group C. What if you Group C's? Haha! Hello, mobster. Good to see you. You've waited so much for this. I have been banging on about this for so long. You're just in time to see the first race. So let's see how we get on. I'm ever so slightly nervous about this. Now, I've looked at some of the... see, I quite like that. It gives you the leaderboards in the bottom right-hand corner.
Listening to Senna and obsessed with the way...
I don't know whose voice that is.
He was a perfectionist.
I don't know, mobster. Go and find people if you like. I didn't advertise the fact that I was going to do this stream, to be fair. So if no one appears live, it's fine. That'll go on my YouTube. I don't mind. Go then. First race in the new game. He got an achievement already. Raving rookie. So all I did was start. Well, there's a braking board already. Oh my god! Okay. That's neutral. Contact lap time invalid. Yeah, okay. Now 16 seconds to return to race position 23. What? Oh, was it deemed that I'd done an illegal overtake then? Ah! There we go. So I've given the position back by facing the wall. Oh, that's a Jaguar. That's an XA220. Beautiful. Oh, really should have started with the track that I knew. Now, driver rates are unrealistic, so whatever the cars are designed to have, whatever the cars are designed to have, I will be running. Oh, the brake lights aren't particularly clear. Whoops, in that Jaguar. Now, damage is off, and damn good thing too. I just realised I should have really put the time to 10 minutes. That's not 5 laps. It's because I ran a wacky racer session last night to see off Project Cars 1. Now, one thing I have noticed, I don't know whether it's these cars, the brake lights are really not very clear. It could well be these cars. Oh, my rear tyres are not too happy. Yes, mobster. You very true. Force feedback is really, really light. I have to check if there's a setting for that, because the setting is really... Oh, That's nicked from iRacing, the fastest lap thing. Oh, these cars are not made for this circuit. Yeah, you don't say. Well, I'm not last. That's always something. Oh, clunk. Oh, that was possibly a little bit too low on the revs. It's the next JT20 behind me. Now, one thing I did notice is when I was looking at the reviews... Oh, no, too much again. So I'm trying to think of things to say as well as actually do the racing. Bearing in mind, obviously the Red Bull Ring is a brand new circuit, I really should concentrate on the racing. Now, what was I going to... I've actually completely lost track of my thread and what I was going to say there. What was I saying? Mobster, what was I saying? Oh, that's interesting. On the map, you can see the red dots, the leaders coming up to lap lead. Now, in the old game, you only had the car that was the position behind you was the red dot, and everyone else was white. Oh no, off again. I span often enough being the safety car mobster as well, you know. As that fastest lap thing is pretty much nicked straight out of iRacing. Oh, that's right, I saw it. Clunk. Oh, I'm on lap 5, these guys are on the slowdown lap. Oh, come on. Well, you have every right to park it on the apex. You've actually finished your race, sir. Well, I'm not last. There is actually somebody behind me, position-wise. Oh, there we go. So I have done my first race in P-Cars 2. Goodness me. That was a considerable bit of... Oh, it's a weird noise that car has as it's trundling around. Well, the first thing I need to look at is the force feedback setting, because that was really, really light. I didn't want to do a lot of this whilst on the stream. I wanted to try and have that kind of sorted out before the stream, because obviously, you know, I didn't want to just bombard. What does that mean? Bung that up. Volume, tone, and FX. Am I really daft? But this isn't sound. Can I drive the Z4? I had a funny feeling that if I had people watching me live, that they would ask for a particular car. And you know what, Mobster? The next car that was rolled was the Mercedes-AMG GT3. As you've specifically requested the Z4, I will do the Z4. Just for you. So what is it? Game determines how strong, so 1 to 100, you feel the force feedback. Having it set to 100, I think, is actually a really, really bad idea. Okay, let's try 80. Volume. Volume allows adjustment of force feedback is weight by altering the shape of the force feedback curve. Increasing the volume setting will make the wheel feel heavier, and details such as road surfaces and curves will be less pronounced. Alright, let's bring that down. Tone is the feeling of surface detail and tyre slip. Let's bump that up. FX, affects the strength of surface detail. I'll bump that up as well. Let's give that a go. Let's give that a try. Menu spring strength now. Right, so let's head back to where we were. And for Mr. Mobster, or Igor Monster Cat, as you're calling yourself, it's the beautiful Z4. Yeah. So let's do 10 minutes, as I should have done to start with. Yak. Save. Go. Let's see if I get on any better in the Z4. Yeah, 5 turns in this tiny little circuit. Still not designed for the Z4. One thing I was going to say earlier is the fact that one thing I did see reported in other reviews was loading times. Oh, that's noise. Beautiful. And it really doesn't seem that high. There's a Ferrari! There's a Ferrari! There's a Ferrari on the right! There's a Ferrari! Wow, this seems... Ah, now I see driver aids in the bottom right hand corner! And I've smacked into someone again, and I'm pushing what I believe is a Cadillac. I can't move. Yeah, my typical kind of start. Oh, how can you not love the sound of the Z4? Force feedback still feels very light, so I might have to just bung that up to 100 and see how I get on. Wow, that tyre squeal is loud. Oh, I see. Right, I see how... Now, in the last car we had in that Porsche, the driver aid lights were all off. You can see in the display in the bottom right hand corner. Rec Volume 2, yes, thank you, Monster. Oh, come on! Whee! Now, if they're white, they're available and turned on, and if they're not available, they're just greyed out. Or I assume if they're off. Brake lights, again, on these cars are really not very clear as I smash it back in the front. Stability control not even bothering to join in there. Yeah, that tyre squeal noise is really loud compared to everything else. Hey. Everyone here, all the bots are really slow in this particular bit. You can see how much throttle and brake I'm putting in. Green bar in the middle of the speedo is how much throttle. That one. And that one's brake. Oh dear. Now I swear the Z4 is supposed to have stability control, but it most certainly doesn't appear to be on. Unless, of course, that has been changed from PCAS 1. That is, of course, going to be my base reference. I still can't do that damn corner. Yeah, that's what I thought, Monster. ABS having to work overtime on me. What a surprise! Yeah, stability control is what seems to be lacking at the moment for some reason. Now, PCAS 1, if you didn't have that available to you, the icon simply was not there. Yeah, in this... the icon is grey. Once that brakes on, and that brakes off. Stability control is not available. Ah, whoops, there's me concentrating on that and completely missing the turn. So no, stability control is not on the Z4 this time around. It was in PCAS 1. Okay. Oh, that noise! Bit of sparking going on behind. Yes, Mr. Monster, I have elected not to run with the driver line. I'll just cycle through the cameras just to see what they look like. the dashboard looks massive. The display rather looks huge. Oh, I could listen to that all day long. Petrolhead porn. I'm sure the more that I get used to the game... Oh, goodness me, done it again. I'm sure the more I get used to the game, the more I can tweak settings, sound settings, what have you. More to my liking. Oh, I actually did that corner. Hurrah! Clunk. Whoa. Not really making any inroads on the guys ahead of me. It would help if I didn't skew off the road every few minutes. Oh dear. Or do that. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I got the pre-order for mine. I got it 2 months ago, so I've been really looking forward to giving this a try. So there's 197 cars in the pre-order version. I believe there's 180 if you were to buy it immediately, which is still more than King-Kodiak 1 ended up with all its DLCs by quite some considerable way. Unfortunately, the entire roster did not make it over from King-Kodiak 1. Some obvious omissions, the roof line... Oh, goodness me. That's the last time I'm listening to you, Mobster. I'm struggling with the Z4. Despite the fact it's actually one of the easier GT3s to drive. Yeah, some amendments were obvious. The roof lineup, because Porsche, of course, were announced very early on for this game. It's no great surprise then we have no roofs. Ha ha ha. And some big names, of course, joining the roster: Jaguar, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Nissan. Oops. But there are some surprising omissions. For instance, my favourite GT3 car, one of my favourite GT3 cars, was the McLaren 12C. That, I'm afraid, is missing from this game. Some different McLarens are on board, but not that one. Some of the Astons haven't made it either. DBR12, the LMP1 Aston Martin, didn't make it. And that one surprises me a little bit. The one that I am most upset about is the Ariel Atoms. None of the Ariel Atoms made it. And I'm assuming this is something to do with licensing. This is the only reason I can think of as to why the Ariel Atoms, and they were brilliant cars. I used to love the Atoms. There we have you. There we have it. 10 minutes on this little course was probably too long, actually. Never mind. Might switch back to 5 laps. I guess that kind of depends on the course. Oh. And there's some other ones I can't remember off the top of my head. I did make it. This is about, I think I counted about 30 of the original lineup that aren't in this one. I think 6 of those are the roofs lineup anyway. That's a Renault. That's the Renault GT3. It's just screamed past me. Whoa! How's the stream looking your side, mobster? I haven't got my OBS to hand, so I can't. Whoops! I can't see what it's doing. The frame rate may tank. That was my biggest problem over recording P-Cars 1. And this will be the final lap. The M3, that's another one. The M3 GT3 has gone. The M3 GT4 is in. The M3 GT3 is not. We've got M6s though for being movie. Some very, very exciting cars. And that is across the line as I tried to throw it sideways. He wouldn't let me do it. Ay, ay, ay. It's interesting that some of the reviews said the load times were really long, but I actually find them shorter. Maybe that's a PC thing. Maybe the console load times are different, as it was a console review that I last looked at. Okay, moving swiftly on. Let's head back over to the spreadsheet. Let's see what we're going to get this time. Alright, next up is... Oh, that's awesome. A new car and an old car mixed in together. Rupunare, that's an old track, so it'll be interesting. A night, okay. So the Ford GT-LM alongside the Audi R8. So, okay. I'm going to try the mixed category thing again. I really want to get that to work. But we'll see how we get on. Whoops. Need to move the sheet over to my other screen so remember what came up. Okie dokie. So, the music keeps cutting out because I keep clicking into and out of the game as I keep moving windows around. Right. Oh goodness, I still haven't got it right. Hang on. sorry. That's better. There we go. Okay, so Ford GT-LM GTE. That's this bit. That's this big fella. I do like the fact they've split the GT3s and the GTEs. One thing I'm not too sure about is how there's endurance versions of some cars alongside the normal ones. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But the circuit we have is a Rupuna, wrong one. Rupuna A. Which one's Rupuna A? That one. Oh no, that's the really, really tiny one. You know what? Let's roll again until for a newer track. No, not Azure Coast. Alton Park's old. Cadwell Park. Algarve, yes. That's an easy one. I do not know this track under any circumstance. And because I re-rolled the track, it re-rolled obviously everything else on my spreadsheet. And it's given me snow. I gotta give this a try. That's Blizzard. Snow. I re-rolled the cars as well, which I could do. It's given me the KTM Crossbow GT4 and the Pagani Zonda Cinque Roadster. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slightly change this. I'm going to go with the Ford and the KTM just so they can show the newer cars off. I assume 10 minutes is going to be okay. I don't know this track in the slightest. Right, okay. So save. Oh, I get it now. It wasn't stuck on car. You've got to have the class of the car that you are in. Of course you do. Of course you do. That makes total sense. You couldn't be the only representative of your category. Okay, great. Now that makes total sense. Oh, I feel like such a pillock now. I argued about that particular thing. Right, so you've got to have GTE, of course, because that's the car that I've just selected. So what is that then? That looks like that's the symbol for car 1. Oh, well, never mind. Right, so having re-rolled again, it has given me touring car. There's the touring car. It's given me a vintage touring GTD, which is that one, and a vintage Formula F3, which, if I remember correctly, is the... I've got basically loads of slow opponents. Well, the touring car's not too bad, but I don't know what Algarve is like, and it's in the snow, and I got this whacking great thing. Okie dokie. Awesome. Oh, even better. So you can see the world records are beginning to pop up, and it actually gives you your personal best as well. I didn't notice that before. In the bottom right hand corner. Cool. Oh, I've left it on night. That's academic. So we have got 9 GTEs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touring cars. There's the vintage GTDs, which is just the one car. Yeah, the vintage Formula 3 is the Type 51, so this should be pretty easy to roll up. Now oh, it's put me last in class. Look at those tiny little formulas. Whoops, not paying attention. Oh, the noise. Really not convinced we should be doing this in the snow. There's a couple of Fords, there's a Chevy in there as well. Locking up. Aston. Now, interestingly, the first time I encountered this particular car, this Ford, was in iRacing. For the iRacing commentary I did for Apex Online Racing. Oh, locking up, knock. And interestingly, it was again alongside the Ferrari 488, which is in this game as well. Come on, stay with me. And the Ferraris absolutely destroyed the Fords by and large. Don't have anti-lock brakes, so I think I'm locking up a lot. That's what I'm going to put it down to. Now, something else I've just spotted that I really like. Of course, as a commentator, I'm looking for things that will help in my commentaries. And you've got, in the top left-hand corner, you have an overall position and a class position marker. Happy days. I really am glad to see something like that. The Endurance League... obviously, it doesn't make a difference to the GT3 commentaries used to do. With the Endurance League ones, that would have really helped. Oh, they're locking up. Little Ford. Oh. Hey. Well, I'm pretty confident it won't be last overall. It might be last in class. A bad noise from the outside, I suppose. Oh, clunk. That's what this thing looks like. Well, what you can see of it in the dark. Where have you been, monster? Yeah, I thought I'd try snow out. This is the Algarve circuit, by the way, monster. As we missed the track being chosen. Yeah, so this is snow. You have heavy snow and blizzard, which I'm intrigued to try out as well. Ah, you're in the kitchen. Where's mine? Oh, hey! I think that's a Corvette behind me. It's got these yellow lights. Oh, no, too much. Stay with me. There we go. There was indeed a Corvette. So I'm at the back of the GTEs, which, let's face it, I fully expected to be. Oh, wait for there. Trying to read what you're saying there, monster, and drive at the same time, and there we go, that's the result. Oh my goodness me, I've punted the Corvette really into the infield. But it didn't try and penalise me for it, interestingly. I think there was about 20 seconds or so back to the touring car field. I quite like that, but the classes are highlighted in the position markers at the top left. Any particular car track combination you want to see, monster? Oh, blimey. Again, I'm looking at the chat instead of looking at the road. There we go, about 30 seconds back to the touring cars. I'm trying to follow this kind of racing line that is in. We can see on the track here. Now, if the weather system is all it's cracked up to be, or all it was advertised to be, that's actually formed during the race. It's not this kind of natural look of the road. But you can actually hear, if you listen to the road noise, you can hear when I go off of that racing line. Bit more of that splashing noise. Oh, crikey. ABS, how I missed it. Ah, no. Hang on, I can see you've typed something, Mobster. I'll get to it in a minute. Because I'm trying to read and drive. Yeah, there's different levels of snow. This is just snow. There's heavy snow and blizzard. Yeah, blizzard in Dubai sounds like a rather impossible combination, but... Yeah, trying to read and drive. I am, honestly. Oh. That wasn't me reading and driving, that was me just being stupid. Lambo, Ferrari at Hockenheim or Monza. Well, pick your combination, old son, and we'll get it done. Now I've got the touring cars coming up behind me. And going to be in front of me in a minute. Yeah, there's one. Now those position arrows you see down there are quite useful, and you can turn them off. They are off by default. I turn them on, not that they're doing me much good when I'm miles behind the opposition. Different HUD levels. So that's what I've been using. Oh no, brakes are early again. And that is off. Well, that is light, sorry. So you still have your speed and tyre indicators in the bottom right, and gear indicator. Oh, and fuel. That's quite cool for the purist. That is way too much for me. At least it confirms what tyres you're on. Oh, a G meter in the top right as well. There it goes that way. And off completely for the real purist. I mean, you would do that if you were in cars. There you go. So no HUD and in car. How hard can I make this for myself? Oh, I know. Turn the headlights off. Right, let's. Here we go. Let's get back to where I need to be. No. One thing I am missing, however, is what my lap time is. You see the delta in the middle of the top there. Off again. Now, from what I gather, PCARS 2 is decidedly more difficult than PCARS 1. Actually, so you can see that dry line's actually disappearing. That's cool. Oh. Yeah, that dry line's nearly gone. So there you go, that rather proves the fact that the whole weather thing is indeed what it says it is. It's an evolutionary thing. It's not just a static weather that we had before. Oh, I'm lapping. This is people I'm lapping. No idea. Oh, these would be the vintage, the vintage cars. Yeah. Oh, there's a Formula 4 there as well. Oh, they look so giant. You want Monza and the Lambo, righto. Not a problem, sir. Italian car, Italian track, that makes perfect sense to me. Monza normal, or Monza historic, or Monza short. I doubt you're going to go Monza short. I might ignore you if you do. Yeah, do you want the historic Monza, or do you want the normal, the modern day Monza, or a mixture of the oval bit? There's several different options, believe it or not. Well, so far, I must admit, there is a lot to like in this game. For me, I'm not. The stream and the recording are not keeping up with the frame rate I'm seeing. The card choice is astonishing. You want the modern day one? Yep, no problem, Monster. I will sort that out for you on the next race. I mean, that weather, the weather thing could really be interesting. I might also incorporate like weather changes into when I redo the Wacky Rapid Challenge again. Finish. Good. For the purpose of this, for the purpose of this particular session, I think I am going to knock that back down to. Grand Prix Monza normal weather dry Lambo. You got it, sunshine. And we'll even make it in the day. I am going to put this back to 5 laps though, because I think for what we're doing here, I think that's a bit better. We'll put this back into a single time day. We even have seasons. How nice. Right, so let's put that to clear. So that. Monza. So you have, and the way they differentiate the like the old and the new as well. And if you selected the go-kart tracks are actually listed separately as well, which I do also quite like. Anyway, Monza GP, and you want the Lamborghini. Which Lamborghini? Let's see. Well, you can see them on the stream, Mr. Mobster. You can pick which Lambo we go for. We've got the Aventador, we have the Diablo, the Huracan GT3, the Huracan ST, the Sesto Elemento, and the Veneno. So, take your pick, old son. I'm just going to double check which ones. Everything else should be good. Whilst you do that, Mr. Mobster, I'm just going to bring up the numbers again. I'm going to re-roll what categories I'm going to go up against. The Huracan, the GT3 one, or the road one. Whilst you decide that, I'm going to go re-roll which category is going to go. Nice. The Formula C, the Drift, which only has the Red Bull in it, and the Road Bs. Ooh, nice. I'm going to go with the GT3 one because I want to try the GT3 one. The road one actually has a lot more power. Yeah, the green GT3 one, yeah. Good call. I like this though. I like how the liveries are displayed to you. Much better than how it was with the Cosmo. A lot of them are quite garish though. To be fair, well, let's stick with the luminous green one. Green's my favourite colour. I love the fact that it gives you, like, because some people want to know which type of transmission to use and what kind of drive you've got and things like that, and all the information is right there. According to speed, that surely is down to your own ability and the setups you use, but it's there nonetheless, and it tells you in advance which features, as it says, you can expect. So ABS traction control for this one. Right, now let's get the... So we've got GT3, of course. We have got Formula C, which is... So I need to get used to this. Formula C is there. Drift, which is there. And Road B, which is there. Let's rock. Rather operatic singing. Now I wonder if that personal best scales itself to the car you're in, or whether it just gives you the very best time you've ever set. I would really hope that that scaled to the car. But I don't know. That would be cool if it was scaled to the car. So like your personal best in the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 at Monza. And that's the kind of geekiness I love. So, whole range of GT3s. We have 2 Rad Bulls. What have we got there? 7 Road Bs. And 7 Formula Cs. Forza Legazzi. Oh, the noise. I'm going to orgasm about the noise every time. I can see and I have grip. My God! Look at the Red Bulls go! Wow! That's a Cinque Roadster that's 2 Cinque Roadsters that have gotten into the middle of the pack. A back mono in there! And a Ferrari that's having a bad day. I see, I've now been told to drop back down to 20 seconds. You can't just jump positions. The game will not let you do it. I like the fact that the game enforces that, as opposed to my stupid inquiries, what have you. So we have a Ginetta there and a couple of Formula Cs. Oops. As I've completely forgotten how to take care of the Grande. Oh, hey, Ginetta. Wow, that Ginetta sounds like it's got a really deep engine. Oh, Formula C, don't turn in. You turned in. Oh, well, you're lost. I think this Lamborghini's a bit heavier than you, old son. Oh my god, turned in way too early. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Andrex would be proud of that move by the Red Bulls there. There's a Bentley and a Lambo up against a back mono. Now it's going to be difficult for myself and also anyone that is familiar with how the road categories worked in P-Cars 1 to kind of unlearn that, like Road B was your high-performance sports car, whereas in reality they still are, but they are more akin to like your slower Road A's from... I'm not going to repeat that one, but duly noted, Mobster. It looks really weird actually from that camera. From there it just looks gorgeous, but that looks odd. There we go, that's the inside. Oh, clunk. I think that was an Aventador as I shoved the Formula C out of the way. Past the BMW M6. I'm going to have to remind myself it's an M6, not an M3. Yeah, my left tyres are not too happy. Whee! I see a Bentley up ahead. What, shove the Formula C out of the way? It was in the way! Now there's two different types of Bentley Continental GT3, and actually there's three different types, sorry. There's the 2015 one, which is a rip from P-Class 1. There is a 2016 one, don't ask me what the difference is, I haven't a clue. And there's an endurance one. Again, not a clue what the difference is. Hey! One of the Red Bulls did third, for God's sake! Whoa! Goodness me, Bentley. Easy on. I know that Bentley's a big fella, but that's not the quickest way of getting around Parabolica. And there is one of the... Why did the AI don't mention that? How damn fast that Red Bull is! No wonder Andrex used to love him so much. Oh, ABS, how I love thee. I think that's another Huracan, 2 cars up. Look at him go! I mean, it is a 3 billion horsepower, 2.5 ton car, admittedly, but... Oops. Come on. Get out of the way. But the AI doesn't drift it, interestingly. Now, whether that is tailored to the AI levels I've got selected, I don't know. But it was one thing the AI couldn't really do with the Red Bull, and I suspect it's going to be the same again. That was a criticism passe, but... How the hell is that back mono keeping up with the GT3s? As you can see, it is right in the next gen. Whoa! Way too wide. I thought there was a Red Bull behind me. There he goes. Oops, I might have cut him off a little bit there. It's insane, that little car. Definitely leave it later, turning into the person. Ow! Thank you, Bentley. Stewart inquiry. Not that we have any means of comparing, but I doubt the back monos of the P-Cars 1 could have been this quick, but you never know. It's out accelerating me in a Lamborghini. Hasn't got the cornering efficiency that this car does, as you would expect. A high performance road car against a GT3 car. Oh, traction control did not like me then. Hit by a cow. I've been caught worse. I love the fact that you point out, Mobster, why does the AO drive like Schumacher? Look what the abbreviated name is in the top left for the person behind me. It's as if they knew. Whoops, missed the gear change there. There's actually two GT3s behind you as well, and not last in class, which is interesting. Too early again. Ah, you spotted. Yeah, you saw it here, folks, that there's a Schumacher driving a back mono around Monza at the moment. Oh, crikey, that snapped very suddenly. Oh, no, 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 no. Off again. What a surprise. NASA incoming in the Mazda Red Bull again. Don't know on that one. I assume so. 215 degrees Fahrenheit is pretty much damn hot. Oh, I only just beat that Red Bull as well. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, that's interesting. So you can actually display finishing results per class. So this is how the Road B's finished. So a pair of Cinque Roadsters. And actually selecting the livery as well. They display the livery. That's quite cool. That's a Ford. That's an Enzo. No, there's only two of those. Formula C's in their respective liveries. Oops, that was me leaning on something. And obviously everybody. Merc led the way. Cool. What would you like? What would you like next? As your, I think, my sole customer of the evening, Mr. Mobster, what would you like? When I rolled the categories earlier, it actually gave me the Lamborghini Diablo GTR and the car we've just done. It gave me around Mojave Boa Ascent, which would be pretty damn hard work in the GT3s. Oh, I forgot to change the opponent count. Oh, it didn't let me go above 31 anyway. I'm assuming that is scaled to the track as it was before. Now, you mentioned one of the Ferraris. Yeah, give it time, Mobster, that'll come down. One thing I will say is the game doesn't feel as quick. The actual engine itself doesn't feel as fast as Because 1. Oh, that's what it seems like at the moment. What did you want, Mobster? Mercedes. Okay. The Mercedes AMGs and the Mercedes Benz are split. So that's what the Mercedes Benz list is. You've got the 190, 190E, the 300 SEL, 300 SL, the CRKLM, the SLS AMG GT3. Why that's in the Mercedes Benz and not the AMG, don't ask, don't know. Sauber C9, and then the Le Mans version of the Sauber C9. You can see the rear wing's a bit different, but other than that, I don't know what the difference is. And in the AMG bit, you've got the A45 4MATIC, the road car, the Rallycross version, the touring version, that, the GTR, that AMG GT3, and the C63. Oh, thank you! The LM version, whatever the difference is. Oh, Mobster, I love you. You got it, sunshine. Alright, let's figure out what I'm racing against. I am going to be up against... right. So, the randomizer has given me the Vintage Touring GTA, which is that one, Formula X, which is that, and the GT4s, which is that. Those Formula X's are, I mean, if anyone hanging on from the previous game, you thought the Formula A was fast. Looking at the stats of Formula X, it is frightening. Absolutely terrifying. Right. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, but again, that fastest lap 150 might have been in the Huracan specifically. So, I don't know exactly how the fastest lap thing scales yet. Just tighten up the wheel. So there's 8 Formula X's, 8 Sauber C9s. Oh no, it's not just the C9 of the Group Cs. I don't know why it mixes up. I think this is supposed to be a starting order basically. So the vintage GTAs and the GT4s are a bit mixed. So yeah, maybe there's kind of, I don't know, 8 or 9 of each. Alright then. Not yet, I haven't, Mobster. Ooh. Oh, that sounds incredible from the outside. It doesn't sound as impressive from the inside. It's a bit of a shame. more of a classic feel to the car. I love the fact that it looks like someone's written in Tipex on the dashboard dial on the left-hand side there. Oh no, we've all got that wrong. Clunk. No drive rates, unsurprisingly. Yeah, the Formula X's have just run off. That's the last we'll see of them. A lot of oh no, this could hurt. Yeah. Ow. Plus, the tyre barrier works. Whoa! Hey. Oops. Too many beans. That's a bit of a shame in Salva. You have to come to the outside view to really hear it properly. It would help if it was driven by someone talented as well. But instead it has a bear at the wheel like me. Oh, we haven't done a pit stop yet actually, mobster. Let's give that a try. As I fly off the road again. Oh, and find neutral. I'm doing really well. Really needs a feather throttle. I think that one is... yeah. I have to remember what my request pit in is and my pit limiter. Oh, it's got hold of me. Pit crew! We have a pit crew this time. Hi! And pit animations. I didn't tell it to change tyres, so it obviously didn't. Because there's no tyre wear. Although it does actually look like on the bottom display there that my tyres are wearing out, which I'm pretty sure they shouldn't do. Manual control. Why, thank you. That is helpful. Now I didn't engage the pit lane limiter there. I'm sure there's a setting somewhere that you could do that manually because you can bind a key for it. But it also, what am I doing? Braking 3 weeks too early. Well, they ought to be quick. They didn't do anything. That was not how you enter that corner. Into GTAs and GT4s here. That's a Rocket Bunny GT4, and that's a 69 Mustang. Looks beautiful, and I smack it out of the way. That's a Mustang boss. Oh, pity's sake. Yeah, that's a Boss 302, so that one made it over. New addition there, the Rocket Bunny. Oh, that's a Nissan Fairlady. Beautiful car. Oh! Oh, that's noise! The noise of that is gorgeous. Another Mustang? No, that's gone wrong. King-Kodiak spins again! Ah! And again! I'm going to have to put my pit lane limiter on just to get off the mark. Another thing I noticed is when I was actually doing that pit stop, it actually came up with pit next to my name on the timing screen. Oh, here come the Formula X's. Well, the one I thought was a fair lady. Was it? Was it the 250 GTO? I would explain its sound. Spin Kodiak, yeah, not Kodiak. That's a fair lady, I'm telling you. I've smacked it off the road. Oh dear. Actually, I'm going to see what it is. Here come the Formula Races, though. Hi there, don't mind me. If I see a Ferrari badge on that car, I will be humbly corrected. Oh, look at that Ferrari badge straight in the middle. I stand corrected. That is indeed the 250 GTO. Which I think is in the same category as the Fair Lady. Oh, yeah. Knew it. Knew as soon as I realised what line I was taking there. Clunk. Oh, look at those Formula X's. Beautiful. Look how quick that thing is. You've got to admit though, Mobster, the Fair Lady and the 250 do look quite similar. Whoa. Well, they do when you're blatting along the road trying to overtake it. Not again. Ow! Sorry. See, that's a fair lady. I hope. I'm pretty sure that's the Nissan. Oh, Neptune's in here. Hello, mate. Good to see you. I can't see who's actually locked in the shower at the moment. Oh, that's a Jag, I think. Actually, it looks like an AC Cobra. Oh, no, what am I catching up to now? Oh, slow down. No, that's gone horribly wrong. I will end up giving the position back because I'm spinning. Oh, is he now? Oh well. Is that it? Oh, excuse me, BMW. Oh no, that's the Nissan. Oh, just sandwich the Nissan. Force feedback on the wheels going crazy. Bang! Just smacked into the back of the Formula X. I wonder how many people, as soon as they loaded up the game, went straight to the Formula X. On the brakes again. Why are my tyres right? I thought I had tyre wear off. I'll have to double check that. Oh, that's the 69 Mustang again. Oh, another one. Excuse me. Ooh, whoops. Bang. That was incredibly hard. I'm sure if I just bunged all the driver aids on these cars, it would be a lot easier. But yeah, I'm purposely not doing that. I'm driving the cars as they are meant to be driven. The only thing that would be nice here is the name of the car. Oh, the Formula X is a Formula X, I get that. But there's numerous different Group Cs. That's a Nissan because it says Nissan on the side. It's not always that easy to tell them apart. As rather proven by mixing up the Fair Lady and the GTO. Right, what did you want, mobster? Just scroll back in the chat. What did you want? You wanted the Nismo, but oh, you didn't tell me where. What would you like next? Do you want the Nissan somewhere? So here, big old list of Nissans. You can also do this by group, which is quite cool. Yeah, but see, my best mate, who's Italian, will be screaming at me if he ever watches this. Because, of course, he's a big Ferrari man. So, how dare you mix up that with a Japanese car? GTR Nismo R35, right? Oh, you swine. Oh, God. I am not good at Sakite, but okay, we'll give it a go. Nismo, GTR Nismo R35, is that one? Yeah. Is there a GT3 version of that? Yeah, there is. So, do you want the GT version or the road version? Oh, the road version, 4-wheel drive, and the GT3 is not. Interesting. Which one do you want? Do you want the road or the GT3? You choose whilst I set the rest up. Sakito. I'm going to go with just straight GP on that one. Rain. Okay, rain. I like the pictures and it shows you the difference. That's quite cool. Especially with the snow one. Snow, can't see, really knackered. Oh, need to just reset that. And it is random, which is quite interesting. They have got a random one. You want the GT3 one? Okay, so let's do this. Rain. Right, we'll leave that as it is. Session settings, yeah. Doesn't really matter for tyres. Right, Nissan. Right, what categories are going to have? Let's roll this again, and we have got the Rallycross, the GT3s. We've got the GT3s anyway, and the Vintage Touring GTD. Okay. Can we go up? No, we can't go up the opponents. 31 seems to be as many as it wants to let me have, which is fine. So, Rallycross and the Vintage GTD. That one. Basically going to be. Hang on, that didn't work. Try that again. Rallycross, GTD. 3 categories. There we go. That's better. They're custom. Ah, so you could actually set yourself to be at the back of the field, irrespective of category. Let's do that. Very dramatic music for a menu as well. What's in here? That's cool. Nice! So you have to stick to the actual white line, because Precars 1 never used to penalise you for that. Cool. Like that. Motorsport presents presets. No, I'll leave that alone. Right, let's do it. You want Spa, do you? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. we'll do this one and then one more, and I'll call it an end to the stream. We'll do Spa after this. This is just going to be a Muller fest for the touring cars and the rallycross cars. Well, they're saying that the rallycross ones are all right at the front. Mind you, it's chucking it now. Oh my god, my frame rate is through the floor. Oh, it's back to normal now. Oh, that was nearly a jump start. It's really tall, this car, compared to the rest. Look at how the rain streams along the windscreen now. Sorry! Me doing my usual thing. What? What happens if you don't give it back in the time? Which is they're miles away. I'm assuming it disqualifies you. Look at the gap between me and the next GT3. At least you picked a circuit I kinda know. Of course, this being Taquito. Oh, that feels really different to Picard's one. You could take that much quicker. I know it's wet, but it didn't feel anywhere near that sharp. Go on board. I can't see! It's because the wipers aren't on. There we go. Why aren't the wipers on by default when it's raining? A little bit too cautious into that one. Oh! That's an in-car management window. I did read about it. I did sort of see controls for that, but I didn't really see what it does. Brake bias, fuel map. Oh, cool. You can change your fuel mixture. Press pit stop, which you can do by button. Car management race structure. Interesting. Might have a play around with those at some point, but not now. "41 litres of fuel should last me another 3.5 laps around here, so I don't think I need to worry about the fuel mixture I'm using." Oh no! That's okay. Now, interesting, look how the water's gathering in... I heard it splash then as well. How the water from the rain is actually gathering in the lay of the road there, of that corner before the bridge. That's quite cool. Ooh. Now we've got the rallycross cars coming up. In these conditions, I'm not really surprised the rallycross cars are doing well against the GT3s. Oops, that's someone having a really bad day. That was one of the Renaults, I think. The spray coming off that car looks crap, unfortunately. That isn't a good looking effect. I love the way that the tail kicked out on that car though. It might be the VW or something. Oh no! Just as you type something over. I probably shouldn't try and read what you've just written there, Mobster, in the S's. Gearbox clunks quite loud as well, which you would expect it to be when you're riding on the car, you know, riding from within the car, I should say. This has a lovely car though. Good choice, Mobster. No, that's okay. Oh dear, someone else having a bad day. Oh, excuse me. There again. Oh dear. Was that the Mini? No, that's the Pony. Oops. Which I just smacked off, and he's then smacked someone else off. I wonder if he's going to penalise me for that. No, seems quite happy. So I was actually on track when that overtake happened, despite the... No, it's now... Now it's told me to... Return to P14. That was the Cadillac, which I didn't overtake in that manoeuvre. Right. I think that algorithm needs a bit of work. That Cadillac was behind me when that manoeuvre happened, so you wouldn't have to give a position back to a car you didn't overtake in the first place. Oh well. Oh no 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 no. This car is actually really stable, especially on the braking. It's beautiful. Even, you know, with the tail kicked out then, it was actually really easy to get hold of. Oh no, not good, not good, not good. Final lap then. Come on then, Mobster. What am I going to be taking around Spa? In what conditions? Oh, come on. You're the only one in there, Mobster, so that command is only to you. Porsche is easy for okay. Can't see it. Ah! Damn it! That was potentially a top 10, but not now. Whoa! Yeah, I just caught that. What pulled me around then was the fact that I got into that puddle of water that I described. Oops, no. Get out of the way. Good. He was being lapped. As is that one. Oops. My bad. Nice one, BW. Listen to the rain streaming off the car though. That's quite cool. Oh, cone! Bloody crossing myself! Oh, that was a glorious car. And it was a McLaren that brought that one home. Oh, that sounds beautiful from the outside. Doesn't sound so hot from the inside, I think, at this end. Oh, that noise just then. Why, thank you, Mobster. Right, last one for the night, I think. Good old Spa. Do you want the normal Spa or the historic Spa? 4 miles or 8 miles? Wanted a Porsche. 911. I think that's the only Porsche in the category. My pick. Okay. Go with the normal one. I've never driven the longer one. I'll go with the non-endurance Porsche, so the 911 GT3R. Round good old Spa, and you wanted easy. There. Alright. Monster has asked that I put the AI strength at 25 or 30. If I can remember where it is. I just got to get used to what's where. No. No. Whoops. Completely wrong car now. Oh, it was in there. Where is it? There it is. Setting this to 80% or higher allows the AI to adjust their setup from default. Okay, so that's interesting that it clarifies that. We'll set that down to 25 as per the request of chat. Aggression. I don't get how you... Well, you can be unskillful and highly aggressive, I suppose. But we'll set that down to 20. Well, but that's 25 as well. Alright, aggressiveness 30. Alright, we did that. Right, and what categories am I going to go up against? I'm going to go up against Road G. Oh dear. Alright, Road G, which is the slowest road cars. Vintage Touring GTB and GTA. This could be quite fun. 5 laps of Spa then. In the haze. Yeah, 31 is as much as it will let me do. It's not altering that, doesn't matter the track. Okay, fair enough. I can live with that. So what do I think overall? There's a lot for me to like in this thing. I think there's a lot for anyone to like. It's going to have its issues like that what was it? The thing, the penalty for you having to give the position back, as we saw in the last race. I was giving it back to a position to a person I didn't overtake. So that is going to have to be worked on, because you would never do that in a real racing situation. You know, if someone's spun out and you've overtaken them, that's their problem. You're waiting for the first PCARS 2 Kodiak win. Oh dear. So what have we got then? We've got 9 GT3s. Yeah, this is split the 9, you know, not quite 9 and 9. So there's 8 vintage GTAs. So what's that? 6 GTBs. Oh, there's poor road Gs. One thing I'm slightly annoyed at, as far as the car selection is concerned, is the Toyota 86 and GT86 are both in this game. They binned the Scion. The reason why I'm annoyed about that is because they're exactly the same car. Away we go then. Oops, as I clunk into the beamer. And back into the beat. Whoops. No, that's off. I'm not convinced that is really captured the Porsche noise quite right. And that, as I say, that task was way too loud compared to the rest of the sound. I mean, that's a really minor niggle. Well, for me, it's a minor niggle. It might annoy some people. But the game definitely is, in my opinion, is more difficult. I'm not a good driver. We all know this. Oh, you swine. After the stream, I'm going to have a look at what commentary tools are available for when I next commentate on a GT3 race. That's way off. Just see the smoke in my rearview mirror there. The tyre smoke. There's some criticism about how the cars handle, particularly the road cars. I'm not experienced as a real life racer to be able to. Oh yes, there it is. Hamilton in front of me. Oh my goodness me! I mean, the cars definitely feel very different, and you know, as they should do. Oh look, yeah, monstrous El Nano look on the overlay. Yeah, they feel distinctly different, as they should do. I'm not really going to say they feel wrong because. Yeah, who am I to judge? But it is definitely, you know, without putting the drive rates really high, you know, unrealistically high, it is definitely more challenging to drive this game than it was in PCARS 1. Now the sound thing might be adjustable, probably is. Yeah, the default is just everything at 100%. So, yeah, you probably can change the tyre squirrel. You usually can in these games. Now, I haven't altered any of that. I've kind of left the game as Verticom's stock. As much. The only thing I did was change some key bindings on the steering wheel before I started the stream. What we haven't looked at is the rallycross thing or the ice racing. We haven't looked at those tonight, which is getting a little bit late now, so I'm not going to do so now. Graphics-wise, I quite like how it looks. There's not really a great deal they can do to deviate from it. They can't, you know, make it look unrealistic. They can't put things there that aren't actually there. So, yeah, SMS are kind of limited on. Graphics or what have you. The quality, in my opinion, is fine. There are some issues with shadows that I've seen on some of the review videos. Haven't noticed a major problem. I think there are some instances where the shadows do kind of flicker in and up, on and off. I just spotted something there actually on the rear window of the McLaren ahead of me. Whoa! What is interesting though is setting the difficulty down doesn't inherently make these guys slower. On the straights they are still going to floor it. It's only their corner efficiency though, I think. I'll do some experimenting with the way the AI scales, the actual raw difficulty against their aggressiveness. Overall, I'm quite pleased. Would I recommend the pre-order? Well, it's kind of a bit late for anyone to get on that now. Oh, that McLaren sounds nice. One thing I definitely won't be looking at is the career mode, because it just doesn't interest me. Doing things like the Wacky Random Challenge is what I'm going to be focusing on. Doing hot maps as well. As far as driving is concerned, I'll be having a look at the commentary tools. I've had a read on what tools are available from a spectator's perspective, and they do look quite cool, so I'll be giving those a try. But yeah, if you enjoyed PCARS 1, you'll enjoy this. Is my you're not missing out on a great deal, I don't think, if you didn't pre-order it. A few cars, maybe. I kind of see what people are thinking when they say wait till it's on sale. Whoa, crikey, back end really kicks out on me there. Wandering off the road now. So I've only got a few gripes with it so far. It's very highly customizable. It looks good, it plays fine. And it's, it builds upon the things that worked well in PCARS 1. As far as its kind of multiplayer flaws are concerned, not a clue. Then you kind of discover those probably in commentary. I'm not likely to race online a great deal, if I'm honest. So it doesn't really... I might do a few times. I did in PCARS 1 a few times. There will, of course, be the wacky races. That will definitely happen at some stage. I am not gaining very much on the guys ahead of me. In a way, it kind of forces you to do it properly. Racing as the AI, you can't just stick it down through the floor and think, oh well, they'll just be, that much slower in the straights. They're not at all. Exactly as you said, Monster. They're slower in the braking zones and miss the apexes occasionally. Even without pre-ordering, you're still going to get 180 cars. All the tracks, I believe, are available to you, irrespective of which version you get. That Janetta does not sound very deep of throat, considering what it sounds like a PCARS 1. Bang! Oh, Caddy! Get out of the way. There's a prime example of it being slow in the on the apex. Oh, we have some vintage cars up ahead of us. Yep, that's a fastback, Mustang fastback. Oh, set 4. No, that's a Porsche, sorry. Well, that's second. Courtesy of barging my way past people. A win from me? Well, only if the leader gets really held up and 5 seconds behind him. It looks like he is being held up. There he is. He gets stuck behind. Hey, Ford Escorts. Oh, I don't want to smash into you. There you go, and there is a prime example of the skill level being stuck very, very low, and the aggressiveness being very low. It took ages for the leader to get past this Toyota. What is he doing? A Porsche. Oh, that was near the wall. That's interesting. They've actually put the start-finish line in the correct place, as opposed to there this time around. Okay, I guess it depends on what your viewpoint on correct is for the start-finish line. Marvellous, thank you, Toyota. Side by side. Blue flags, guys, come on. They don't seem to obey the blue flags very well, hence how the leader of the race was held up so badly. So that old gremlin is still there. Well, flags and penalties are definitely on, so... It'll be a shame in some circumstances that old gremlin is still there. Yeah, absolutely. Monster. Blue flag, blue flag! Boy! Did not need to lift off that much there. Another escort. That's one way of taking that corner, I suppose. And there we go. We round off the evening with a win. Why not? Oh, I didn't kick that out anywhere near early enough. Let's have a quick look at the replays of the replay interface, see how it looks. Well, this takes a while. I was either taking a really long time or it was actually crashed. The game's actually crashed. Yep, that has actually crashed. So viewing the replay actually caused the game to fall over. That's a shame to end. Oh no, there it is. It just took a really long time to kick in. Oh, that's a lot. Well, of course I got that many names on the list. Scroll through them. Oh, that's cool. It tells you where the the lag you're seeing is my PC really struggling. That was me smashing someone out of the way. Cool. Oh, turn the interface off. Marvellous. View. Okay. Oh yeah, Nicholas Hamilton. Map on and off. Marvellous. It doesn't let me turn the speedo on. Roof. Bonnet. Chase. Can I move this? No. Sorry. Save the screenshot. Oh, no, we don't want to see that. Moving on quickly. Does it just cycle through the cameras? Oh, I see. You click on it and it goes through all the cameras. Whoops, this looked like I got that a bit wrong. One thing I do like, though, is the fact that you can actually just click on a name and actually jump straight to it. That I do like. The only downside is this interface is very big. It does take up quite a lot of space. This I definitely do like. Only because I would prefer that these categories were in a different colour. As we see them whilst racing, it would be nice if these category things were in a different colour as well. That's one of the Acuras, or Acuras, however you say it. One thing I am noticing is, and there was a problem when you view replays in the old game, was the fact that the sound didn't work properly. You know, some cars would have no sound whatsoever. And it would seem that that's been solved. Has been a lot of work on sound, I would think. Oh, look. Ferrari or Nissan? Ferrari or Nissan? It's Ferrari. There is a bit of a difference in the nose, and also I think the Fair Lady has a rear wing on the back. That is a beautiful looking car, though. To be fair, that Mustang's not bad either. Where was I? It was L. MRLWC. He's using that McLaren look. If I could move this, I'd be happier. Nope, right-clicking does that. I think right-clicking anyway does that, yeah. I wonder why it doesn't let you view the speedo. That's a bit of a straight one. By a large monster, I think it is. Plus they got Porsche. Oh, you're a bit of a Porsche man, are you? A few frame rate issues, but that's probably my PC more than anything else. It's not the best rig in the world. And I doubt I'm going to be commentating on 32 cars at the same time. Yeah, see that overview only it brings up that 8. Yeah, that's the position they're in. Yeah, that's the position in class. So yeah, so you've got the number on the left, which is overall position, the 3 letters version of their name, the class they're in, and the position in class they are. That'll be great for endurance racing. Their fastest lap, I assume, is what that number is, or their last. It's either the last lap or fastest lap, but at this point it will be both, I think. And then gap to leader. The other thing that would be useful is either the ability to change that to gap to next, or have that as well. Well, you do see that up in the overview at the top, which is quite cool. Anyway, that's enough of that, I think. He's born at Porsche. Oh, I see. That is going to be it for my first look at... I was going to look what this was. Oh, right, okay. Selects for you a car of... Doesn't do anything to the track, it just gives you a car of the category. So if you weren't sure which car to pick from IndyCar or World Karts, there's only one. Just that one. It gives you a karting track though, which is interesting. Road... Okay. It would give you a Road C car at Le Mans? Really? Strange. But that's good if you've never played a racing game before and you wanted to try like an open wheel, let's say. That is not what I would suggest, but personally. Ah, cool! It does actually. It narrows this down. Oh, that's useful. I will at some point try that thing out. Look, there's the Formula A, the old champion of Project Cars 1, 213 miles an hour, 240 from the Formula X. I will give it a go at some point when I'm brave enough. That, interestingly, does have all three features, as they call it: ABS, traction control, stability control. Anyway, enough waffling. Enough of the opera singing. Thank you very much for those that have spectated throughout the stream. Thank you for those that have watched this later on YouTube. Would I recommend Project Cars? Absolutely. Absolutely. Does it have its issues? Of course it does. Every game does, let's be frank. But they are nothing that will stop the enjoyment. Unless it has some really bad multiplayer problems, which I haven't encountered yet. And it doesn't need a massively impressive rig to run. You need an okay rig, a decent rig, sure, but not thousands of euros worth of machinery, which I most certainly do not have. But that is it for me. Thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.